even get an airing on television. Why? Well, because there's just not enough of them. So there is that, and then there's some of the old classics, but one that I've never even seen before. This is going to be a gigantic ruby, excuse me.
Ruby.
The King of Gemstones and the Gemstone of Queens. That's going to be in solid gold. That is from the Luxuro collection. All that, so much more. I'm excited for all of you to be here today. I want to give you a quick little bit of house cleaning. If you're watching on the TikTok, the way it's going to work for you guys out there is to click on the link, which is going to be above my head. That's going to then take you to a drop-down menu. That menu drops down. You want to make sure you click on not live TV, but live stream, which will then redirect you to the website where you can get all the pertinent information and complete your purchase. Keep in mind, again, I can't reiterate this enough, so I probably will be a broken record, but a lot of these are going to be last in stock. I'll, of course, give you a heads up if it's something that we're under 10 available on, because that probably means it's going to go bye-bye and you're going to need to move quick. Now, if you're watching on Facebook and Instagram, it's very simple. The first item that I'm going to show, for example, will be this beautiful granddadierite, and it will be sold 101. You will put in the comments section, sold 101. The second item will be sold 102, so on and so forth. Is that fair? I think we've got it all down. Is that good enough for the house cleaning?
I think so. Don't forget to like, share, and repeat.
Please do that. I noticed this the other day.
Yes.
If you're on Instagram, at least I know for a fact,
Yes.
you can share.
Yes.
If you're watching on Instagram,
Yeah, there's a little
Pretty pleased with sugar on
arrow
top.
button that says share the live broadcast. You can like it by giving us a couple of hearts.
Yep.
And follow us
Please.
so you can get notified when we have these live shows.
Right. Yeah, I definitely do that. So I get those all the time, and I can just click on it, and it directs me direct to the link, and you can see us up live. Of course, this will be live, so I do encourage you, if you like, to questions, comments, if you want to say hello. It's a little bit more of an interactive format, so we encourage you to do that.
That can also be done on Facebook. There is a share button.
Share button on Facebook.
There's
Facebook, guys, you want to help us out?
Happy, crying, hugging,
Don't do the
likes,
crying.
loves, share, and like.
Do you hear all that?
All
All right.
So those that don't know who I am Jennifer. I am running the show behind the scenes.
She's great.
If you see me in the Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, I am just Jen.
Got that?
So if you have any questions, pipe on up. We'll
Yep.
answer you.
She's super responsive, super great at what she's doing, and we're going to have a great show for you. So all that, now,
Ready for the first item?
shall we dive in?
All right.
So, the year is 1802. There's a young man named Alfred LaCroix. A lot of people think, wait, I thought it was Alfred Granddadierite. Those of you that are in the know, gem hounds out there. But no, his name was Alfred LaCroix. He discovers this mineral, which is just beautiful, and apparently he had studied, I'm not sure if this part is true, but as I understand it, he had studied under a gentleman named Alfred Granddadierite, who was an explorer and gemologist, and he named it in honor of this gentleman. So assuming he studied under him, because in Madagascar is where Alfred Granddadierite did some of his final, I think, professorships. So he named it in honor. And what you have is one of the rarest gemstones on Earth. In fact, it's in a lot of top 10. It's not in some top 10 because it's that rare. Now, they've found very, very small pockets throughout the world here and there. The problem is every time they find a small pocket, it is quickly depleted, okay? So what you're looking at is something that's extremely rare. You get these sort of blue, green, teal. It can sometimes go from anywhere from $1,000 to on up, I mean, depending on the quality of it, up to $20,000 a carat. That kind of rarity we're talking about here. Folks, we've got nearly a 2-carat Granddadierite, okay? It's going to be surrounded by gorgeous, I believe these are sapphire.
Yes.
Multicolored sapphire, just an array. And a lot of people don't know, sapphire comes in a rainbow of colors. And you're even seeing some, which we would call maybe a dark orange, which then we're getting into sort of ruby territory there too. So you're talking very, very expensive in terms of the multicolor sapphires. And of course, we're at a benchmark size. Anything over a carat of Granddadierite is quite impressive. This is essentially 2 carats. It's going to be a 9x7 millimeter. Again, sold 101. Now, I'm looking, we've got about 2 dozen of these. That is it. Can we scroll back up to the top,
Oh, yeah.
please? The sapphires.
There's some zircon also in there.
Oh, we've also got some zircon, which we peppered in throughout here. Let's not confuse that with cubic zirconia. I know I say it a lot, but this is a genuine gemstone, okay? It's doubly refractive, light goes in, splits into two. Often a stunt double for diamonds, so it gives you that VS look of diamonds, that sort of near colorless to colorless look of white diamonds. Typically it's not treated when it's in its white form, sometimes heat treated just to kind of clear out some impurities, but you've got something truly spectacular, nice bypass style here, which is going to be very, very fashion forward. And the thing about this that I love, and I'm just going to kind of put it on my finger just to give you an idea of scale here. I've got very large hands, but just to give you an idea, this is going to be a very, very substantial, bold look. What I love about it, though, is it's got the low profile, right?
That grandidierite is definitely standing out.
Oh, big time. It's absolutely stunning here. Folks, this is something, look, we're talking 2 carats of extraordinarily rare grandidierite. Most people have never even heard that name, right? You have a chance to own a 2 carat here. Not for $2,000, not for $1,500, not for even $1,000. We're doing this ring, and this is wild to me. Because the mounting alone with the zircon and all the multicolored marquise cut sapphires from blue, orange, reddish orange, orange. I mean, look, this one right here, you make a very, very strong argument that you've got sort of a peach colored, which we'll get into that a little bit later. You make a very strong argument for almost a paparazzi color there. I'm not saying it is, but I'm saying it does have that look because I'm seeing sort of a pinkish, orangish colored sapphire. But we're doing this for $137.99. There's only 24 of them now, or 23 of them. We've got it available in some sizes here. This is a new, relatively new item. We just didn't get that many because of the grandidierite and the rarity of that. So we've only got the 5, 6, 7. The 8 just sold out. We've got a 9. The 10 has been sold out. So you can get a 9, a 7, a 6, or a 5. If you need an 8, I'm going to encourage you very strongly. Look, we are saving you so much money. Tell me that's not gorgeous. We're saving you so much money that, look, you can afford to take it to your local jeweler. Anybody's going to be able to resize this. It's perfectly sizable to whatever size you need. I'm pretty sure with up to 3 probably, because none of them are other than, well, we do have those prong connected zircon. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you can probably size this up or down at least 2. But talk to your local jeweler, and let's not let perfect be the enemy of the good when it comes to sizing, because this is too good to pass up, ladies and gentlemen. Look at
one
that.
thing I discovered when I was playing around on the website, on the sizes that are sold out, if you see that little bell above it, if you click on the bell, you write in your name, your email address, you get notified if we ever get this piece back in and it's in your size. We will notify you.
And that happens sometimes. So if somebody, maybe somebody accidentally got it or got it and then they later on realized whatever reason, wait a second, I've got a, budget that I'm worried about. Speaking of budget, so that's a huge thing. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's the alert bell. Okay.
That's the alert bell.
You learn something new every day. There's so much to learn about the website. You can spend a whole day on there.
So much things. Between that, we've got that daily contest.
Oh yeah, the daily contest you guys need to get in on for sure.
Because
they're not giving away. It's not cheap stuff they give away. Each day they're giving away big Bose headphones. Like Bose is like the king in terms of audio, headphones. Right?
Well, hello, Wick Diva.
Wait, Diva's watching. I haven't heard from her in a while. Wait, Diva, do you have this yet? You got to. 2 carat grandidierite, surrounded by a cacophony, a rainbow assortment of marquise cut sapphires, and then of course the beautiful white zircon. So all genuine gemstones, all in precious metal. You've got that vermeil, which I love vermeil because any stone that's got a subtle hue of green or really any color, gold really makes that pop. So you're getting 2.5 microns minimum in the vermeil, a 14 karat or 18 karat, maybe 4. We'll say just to be conservative, 14 karat. But you're getting that rich gold look. It looks very expensive, and it should, quite frankly, be at least, I'd say, $1,400 to $1,500. What do we have this at? Our estimated retail value, $12.99. I think that's a little low. I'm always honest with you. I'll tell you when I think it's high, too. $137.99. What a great way to start. This is beautiful.
And because it's over $50, free shipping. Remember, anything over 50, we have free shipping.
Yep, that's right. So $49.99
and higher, yeah.
What is it? $49.99.
$49.99.
So 49. I know I got caught in a trap the other day.
Oh.
$47.99. I was like, not quite there yet. I was like, "Arr." Look, they don't give us any special treatment, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, at $49.99, understand that. And most of the items that we're going to show today are kind of going to be in under $600. I think it's pretty safe to say, and on down. So there will be some very, very under probably even under 100 items. But this, folks, that's one. This looks like several $1,000s. Again, back to what I was saying about the vermeil. You do have precious metal underneath that as well. And the 2.5 microns minimum. So this is a great way to start it with a 2 carat, just about grandidierite, extremely rare, extraordinarily beautiful, low profile, everyday wearable. And folks, don't miss it because we've only got about just under 2 dozen of these available to you. And again, this is going to be a size 9, size 7, 6, and a 5. Okay? So we're going to move on, but I don't want you to miss that one. Gosh, it's so beautiful. I love the bypass style
I know.
too.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, this absolutely looks like something that could be in a high-end designer showroom. The grandidierite's absolutely beautiful.
All right.
So, all right, now, real quick. I did forget to mention, and I just like to mention it.
Okay.
Anytime you make a purchase on this show or any of our live TV shows, understand that a meal will go out to an underprivileged child. That's through our Your Purchase Feeds affiliation here throughout America. We also have a link with Akshaya Patra in India, where our parent company is located at. That takes care of a lot of young children there. And it's a worthwhile cause. Doesn't matter how much you spend, no matter how little or how much. With each item that goes out, you're going to get a meal delivered to a child that otherwise might have gone without. So it's a beautiful thing. It's already baked into the cake, so we don't round up for you. We don't do any of that. But just a heads up, just kind of.
And remember, we just hit 47 million meals.
47 meals. We did. We hit that milestone, I believe, last Saturday. And
Last Friday.
Friday it was, because I was here that day.
Yeah, you were here that day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so that's huge. And just to give you some idea of when I first came here about 1 year and 3/4 ago, it was called 1.5 years. It was 38 million. That's where we were at. So already within just 1.5 years, we've nearly 10 million meals have gone out. So your purchase is actually making a big difference. If philanthropy and things like that interest you, and they should, especially when it comes to children, that's a beautiful thing that we do on your behalf. So congratulations, whether you knew it or not. Now we're going to go from one to another, but I think these two make a great pairing if you wanted, on your other hand, perhaps to wear this, because we did have the multicolored sapphires in the last one.
That's why I put them back to back.
I think that was brilliant. In fact, I'll just put them next to each other.
That's why I had them displayed like that.
Yeah, I didn't want to muddy the waters too much. I don't want people to get confused. But what I'll do is I'll just kind of cover up our grandidierite when I'm showing you this absolutely stunning wide band multicolored sapphire ring. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you are getting yellows, you're getting orange, pink, almost a red, which, you know, as we all know, corundum, which is the family member that sapphire is a member of, most notably blue sapphire, we're probably used to seeing, we're very familiar with that. Its cousin ruby, which is the red variety, but this has it all. This actually has, they're red, so it's like, it's a very rare form. We're going to call them sapphire, but these right here.
They look more purplish red.
Okay.
Especially in those photos.
But you're talking extremely rare and extremely beautiful, and the clarity on those.
Or even rubies. A hot pink.
Yeah. And then we've got sort of a mint green. We've got some light sort of cornflower blues. We've got oranges and yellows off here in the peripheral. All meticulously placed. I love this beautiful just ring of emerald cut baguettes all straight down the middle. This is a beautiful high-end luxury design. You're looking at it probably, let's see, on our baguettes, straight down the center, of which we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of them. And they're going to be 1.8 carat in total. You get a lot of real estate coverage with those too. They're big, so they're not itty bitty teeny micro-sized baguettes. They're all crystal clean. Now I'm going to kind of cover up our lovely grandidierite right there just to kind of keep. So there we go for TikTok. Look at that. These are genuine gemstones. Now they're going to a lot of them will be heat treated for, you know, to bring out the color and clarity and whatnot. So that's pretty standard in about 95% of your gemstones out there. So that's fairly common practice. But the fact that you're getting this many colors, this much of a rainbow, all these beautiful round cuts, the design work, everything about it, it's all in precious metal and sterling silver, bathed in platinum, very expensive and strong metal. Mm-hmm. And you're getting it for $79.99? Question mark at the end of my sentence? That doesn't make any sense. This makes zero sense. You're looking at something that quite frankly should be, I think, on upwards of $1,000, if not more, at any traditional jeweler that you went to in the land. This would absolutely, I think, fetch easily $1,500. The size of them, and look, even the rounds, those are not itty bitty, teeny tiny rounds here. We're talking about pretty substantial sizes on all of these. The colors, rich and robust. The clarity on these, remarkable. Mm-hmm. That is a solid ring. You have a nice finished under gallery underneath. It's going to make it very comfortable to wear on the hand. By its very nature, it's going to stay nice and secure unless you have it on your pinky. It might shift a little bit over to the left. But depending on which finger you wear this on, because you've got kind of a little bit of a slightly raised there, sort of basket style, bird cage style mounting, it's gonna hold its place. So this is gorgeous. And again, it looks like $1 million. It's such a beautiful ring. The colors, if you're a fan of just rich colors, this is to me is very reminiscent of just like fun, outgoing. This is sort of a party ring. Not, I mean, look, it could be worn in a conservative setting, but just that cacophony of colors, that just rainbow sweep that you get, it really makes it spectacular. And these round brilliants, I mean, they're cut to precision. That's another thing I love about what we do here. I mean, look, there is a rhyme and reason. They don't just get a whole bunch of random colors and just toss them together. There is very much a lot that goes into it. In terms of labor, the labor alone on this one should be and would be well over $100 under any typical circumstances. And this is a perfect time for me to explain to you why we're able to do this. Our parent company, which is located out of India, is probably the second largest manufacturer of jewelry in the world. So we're able to do things that other jewelry companies and any jewelry company that sells jewelry on television, we are going straight essentially to the source because of our parent company being that manufacturer. So that's the reason a lot of times that you see these items and you're asking yourself, scratching your head like, how is that possible? Come on, man, what's the catch? Well, that's it. You're basically going direct to the source. That's the reason why we have so many vendors, so many distributors, and quite frankly, now a lot of people are working from home. They're doing a lot of online stores that are buying from us because something like this could easily go for minimum $500 at a retail location or even online. But you're getting it today for $79.99. Now, we have 20 of these according to my sheet. Is that still correct?
I'm sorry?
We have 20 of them?
Yes, but in the sizes, they are limited. Like in the size 6, there's 1 piece. Size 7, there's 3. So in the sizes that we normally carry
in abundance,
we're very limited.
Okay.
Now, size 9, we do have 8 pieces. The size 10 has 2. Size 8 has 3. So there are some that have a good number of pieces, but you know, if you're looking for that size 6, there's only 1 out there.
If you need a size 6, act now. This is where I typically don't like to hard sell. If you are a size 6 or even a size 7, there's only 3 of those.
Yeah.
Let's move quick on this one. It probably will sell out. We've got about 16 reviews. This is one that we got in. I know we had sold it about 2 or 3 months ago, and we completely sold out. We ordered more. We couldn't get that many more because there wasn't enough colored sapphires for them to do it exactly the way they had done it. So we got a reorder in. So this is fairly new on the reorder. We just didn't get enough to go around. So that's the reason why you're getting first crack at it. I know we had a size 11. There was only 1 or 2 of those, and those are one of them. When I was talking to the buyer, they said that one had sold out. But otherwise, you've got an opportunity here. I think this is one that if they do show on the television show, and it's no secret, there's a little more viewers on a television show, I think it sells out like in a heartbeat because especially if they do it anywhere near $100. We're way under at $79.99. You're getting 2 carat 60.
Jan says it reminds me of Tiffany glass.
Jan says it reminds you of Tiffany glass. Fair enough. I love it. Jan, and thank you for watching.
Yeah.
It's.
Becky,
I mean, look. I'm just.
Becky loves it.
Becky, how are
Sally
you?
says happy surprise. It sparkles. It shows its brilliance. So beautiful. I mean, we've got great reviews.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I mean, the colors are second to none.
Oh, yeah.
And the clarity, typically on corundum, a lot of times you get the milky stuff. If you're even getting a real corundum or like say a ruby or a sapphire of any kind, a lot of your traditional mall jewelers now, they're carrying the lab created stuff, which is beautiful and it has its place. But does it hold its value? I don't think so. Not as much as genuine mined from the earth. And that's what you're getting here. So everything you're getting, all mined from the earth, all genuine corundum, all genuine sapphire, and a multitude of colors, which quite frankly, you don't get the multicolors. They don't all come from the same mine. So you've got another like roadblock there in terms of production when we're talking about this. We've done all the hard work for you. Mm-hmm. The parent company that I just mentioned, that we just talked about. All you have to do is go to sold 102. Again, less than, I believe, 21, so 20 of these is, I believe,
20.
The current count, or was when we started. So
Yeah.
you've got an opportunity here. And again, you're talking about a lot of carat weight there too. It shows like a lot more, but that's a fantastic opportunity. So we're going to move on. Again, that was sold 102.
Yep.
And we're going to move on to what is, well, if you go to the website.
This is one of my favorites.
Well, it's my favorite, according to the website. I vacillate from time to time, but then I see one and I say, I know why. I know why I did this. I know why I put that as my favorite gemstone. It is neon blue. It is very, very rare. And quite frankly, I think undervalued 100%. Even if like, for example, my former employer, we would sell these for a ton more. But it was, I thought, a great price. And I'm not mad that I sold it at that price. I just didn't realize that what we could do here, what we're talking about here.
Well, before we go on, Susan on TikTok's asking, what is corundum and what does it mean?
Corundum?
Corundum.
Oh, I'm sorry. Susan on TikTok. Corundum is, we're talking about a mineral that encompasses the family of, most notably, your ruby and sapphire. Now, typically, unless it's a podparacha sapphire, I don't want to get too in the weeds. Typically, if it's a multicolor of any kind, we call it a X sapphire. Like a blue sapphire is probably the most popular gemstone in the world. Corundum, very hard mineral. It's about 9 on the most hardness scale, so it's something that pretty much no other gemstone other than moissanite off the top of my head and probably diamonds can scratch. So it's a very strong, everyday, wearable gemstone, corundum. So think of it as an umbrella, corundum, and we have under that umbrella sapphires, pink sapphires, blue sapphires, yellow sapphires, orange sapphires, on down the line, the rainbow of colors. And then we have ruby, which has been given its special name, which is essentially red sapphire, okay, colored by a lot of chromium and whatnot. And then you've got, the only other one with, I think, a special name is going to be your podparacha sapphire, which is sort of an orangey, pink-ish color. So it's so special and so rare, it got its own name, and it's very expensive. But really, all sapphire, all corundum under that corundum umbrella is very expensive. So thank you for the question. And that was Susan?
Yeah, it was Susan on TikTok.
Okay, Susan on TikTok. Thank you for watching and thank you for that question. I appreciate it. I hope that answers it. Now, we're moving on to Soul 103.
Yes.
So, back to the blue zircon. Let's never confuse this with zirconium. This is a genuine gemstone. It's the world's oldest gemstone. They use it in some of the carbon dating of dating the Earth. So they've got it at about 4 billion plus, which is what they have the Earth at. It is absolutely at its finest, and this is the best of the best. This is quad A. Doesn't get any finer in terms of color saturation and hue than blue zircon. This is quad A. It's going to come with a Luxuro card because this is in 14 karat white gold. This, the best way to describe it, well, take a look. I hope you guys can see what I see. Here's TikTok for TikTok. And I know it's kind of shaky because, you know, it is what it is, but I'm just going to try and I'll cover myself up.
I've got a picture blown up in the back.
Okay, yeah, and I'll just show it there. You're not going to find a finer blue zircon out there in terms of color saturation. To me, it's like a pool water blue Paraiba tourmaline meets a Santa Maria aquamarine meets a diamond, and then they all just collide and explode, and then this miracle, like a phoenix, comes rising out of the ashes. It is beautiful. This is a very, very large, Hard to find this in carat sizes, even a carat of blue zircon. Very, very rare to find. This is nearly 3 carats just on this beautiful cushion cut center stone. The cutting is second to none, spectacular. The dispersion, we can talk a little bit about that. It's doubly refractive, so the dispersion, light goes in, it splits into two, and you're going to see just an explosion of light return, which makes it, often you'll hear us, like for example, with the white zircon, which we have here on the sides. Those might actually be diamonds.
Yeah, they are diamonds.
Oh, those are diamonds.
Yeah, you
But
got
again,
diamonds.
white zircon, usually a stunt double for diamonds. We've got genuine round cuts, diamonds on either side of this.
Yeah, they're about 10 points of diamonds.
10 points in total, and 6 of those all in the rounds. A nice accent, sort of crescendoing into this absolutely stunning. So you've got sort of a Art Deco style with a nice symmetry here. Classic. This would make an amazing engagement ring. They're doing colored gemstones more and more every day as an engagement ring. Nearly 3 carats. So it's kind of going to give you the look, because it is a stunt double for diamonds. And I've sold blue diamonds before. I've never sold one this beautiful though. And they go for buku money, but something you're getting here, it's known as the unreliable fruit. The methods of mining this, and there's very few places that have this in abundance, including Cambodia. So it's called the unreliable fruit because a lot of times the miners can go out and they'll be lower down in this hole, almost a well-sized hole with fairly primitive tools to mine it, and then they're safely done, but they rarely come back with little, if anything. So for that reason, the unreliable fruit. But when you get one this size, you've got something truly spectacular. Folks, this is only $599. That is, to me, in 14 karat white gold, and white gold is the perfect accoutrement to go with this. In white gold, you're essentially going to have a little palladium or rhodium or platinum mixed in with the gold, so it's going to give it that very, very nice white luster and sheen. And white, to me, is the perfect accoutrement, to use a Swahili word, no, it's a French word, to go along with blue gemstones. Like a lot of times you'll see, for example, like a tanzanite or a blue sapphire, and it'll be in white gold or platinum or palladium or rhodium. This is perfect to go with that. It's angelic, it's simple, but beautiful and classy, extraordinarily amazing on that gemstone. Again, it's going to be a quad A. When we talk about that in terms of color saturation, you'll find a bigger or larger blue zircon, but you won't find finer in terms of color saturation and hue. This is, again, 3 carats in total, but the majority of that, of course, nearly, I think, 2 carat 90 on that blue zircon. It is spectacular. And look, we even have a $120 budget pay.
Yeah.
Budget pay, for those of you who aren't familiar, 0 credit check. It's not a credit card. We don't ask you for any of your credit information, so it's not going to ding your credit. But there's also 0 interest payment. So essentially, on this, for example, you get it close to $100. $120 is your initial investment. And then for the next 4 months, you'll pay $120 each month. It allows you to stretch your dollars out. And this is totally worth doing. I also want to make a quick note here. If you're getting these prices today, because I got to imagine, this is a 28, what do we have it? $28.99. That's our estimated retail value. I think that's more than fair, because you don't really see blue zircon a lot. But you could spend easily, I think, $2,800, $3,500 if you saw this in a very, not even a high-end showroom, it's just in a run-of-the-mill brick and mortar joint. The fact that you can get this for $120 with 0 interest, that is spectacular. That's an opportunity. Now, the opportunity, and I think we had 9 of these, if I recall. No, 11. We've got less than a dozen of these. And I doubt we had many to start with.
Yeah.
So this is not something we're just going to get 70 of or 100 of, because we're talking about nearly 3 carats on just that very rare and beautiful, exotic, doubly refractive gemstone in the center there. The cushion, classic, beautiful, never going out of style. This mounting, never going to go out of style. It's always going to be spectacular. It's always going to get a plethora of compliments. I mean, look at that. Now, I've got big hands, but look at the size of that gemstone. Again, zircon, extremely rare to get it in blue, the blue variety, but in this carat weight, that's nearly unheard of, especially when we're talking about quad A, the best of the best. And just to put it simply, single A would probably be a lot more washed out. Think maybe if we're talking about blue, think of it in terms of like a sky blue topaz on up to like a London blue. Now when we get to London blue, you're the darkest hue, the deepest, richest tones that you're going to see, and that's what we're getting once we get to quad A, which is in terms of rarity, it's really in the creme de la creme. And not only that, this is not gold overlay. Okay, you're going to come with a Luxoro card. It's going to have all the pertinent information. I'm looking at this one right now. We've got 1.7 grams of 14 karat white gold. That's number one. So extremely, I think for $5.99, you're doing good just on the mounting, quite frankly, because it does have 10 points of diamonds, and you are getting the 3 total gem weight, 3 carat, yep, so 2 carat 90. You're getting a 2 carat 90. So for all intents and purposes, in terms of the size, you're getting close to a 3 in terms of the millimeter width. The cutting, sensational, not a window to be found anywhere in it. Doubly refractive, you're seeing so much fire, so much brilliance, so much sparkle. This is a spectacular opportunity. We've got it in sizes 6 to 9. And if you're a lover of blue zircon like me, this one you cannot pass up. This would make such a beautiful engagement ring. Mm-hmm. Gosh, don't limit yourself just to bridal jewelry if you're married out there or already engaged. But man, I think this looks better than probably 99% of engagement rings I've seen out there. It really, really does. It's not hyperbole. I'm not just playing Captain Salesman here. That is just drop dead gorgeous. You're not going to see a prettier blue stoned ring. You just won't. Gosh. All right, I need to stop gushing. Okay, we got less than a dozen. There were about 11 of these. Probably 2 of them have probably already sold. So get it. It's very sizable. If we don't have your size, look, it's easily sizable. Like any jeweler worth their salt can size that for you relatively inexpensively, but don't miss this. To get this anywhere under $2,000, I think is a blessing and a gift, and that's too good to pass up. I love it. I'm gonna sit here and look at it while you pull up the next thing. This is like, it doesn't get any better than this.
No.
It's perfect. It's not too big, not too small. It's whew, and such a statement. That might be the prettiest ring I've seen in weeks. And but keep in mind, in weeks, that's saying a lot because I see thousands of rings a week, right? Man, that stone is something else. And it's very hard on the most hardest scale. You're talking about 7.5 on the most hardest scales. That's something you wear every day. It's going to be very durable.
So what I like to call this, what we're doing tonight, is a roller coaster of prices.
Yeah, because this next one, for Sleeping Beauty, we're doing it that low.
Yeah, it should be.
I said it down. Okay. So, and can I add one thing? I apologize.
No.
I messed up. Shame on me. On that blue zircon, I didn't even realize, but it does have a third party AGI, third party accredited. It's going to come along with the appraisal with it. They appraised it at $2,200. $2,200. They're extremely conservative. That's why we use them. They're not affiliated with us. Just want to point that out. Okay, so that's a $300 value right there. That's almost the price of the ring. That's half the price of what we're charging for $5.99. So just wanted to point that out. Sorry about that. Now, let's talk about Sleeping Beauty. There's a mine in Globe, Arizona. We call it the Sleeping Beauty Mine. Why? Well, it has a silhouette in the mountain region behind it, in front of it. I've never been there. But what I do know about this particular mine is that it's been shut down in terms of mining for Sleeping Beauty turquoise since 2013 or thereabouts. Did a little bit of mining for copper afterwards. But that's a side note. Folks, it's non-veined. There's no matrixing. So what you're getting is just this really rich robin's egg blue, gorgeous, pristine turquoise here. Unlike that found pretty much anywhere else in the globe other than maybe little pockets in Iran and where we're not doing a lot of business. So, and theirs was a little bit more on the greener side. This one's going to be that ideal, the price, the color, the hue, bless you, the color and the hue that people pay the big dollars for. We were fortunate enough to have stockpiled a ton of this rough once upon a time and to be in association and have the contacts with people who did hoard a lot of that material and that rough away. So we've been able to bring you this at amazing prices. But I don't know if we've been able to do something quite like this. Now what you're getting this in, it's going to be in stainless steel. You're getting ionized gold plating here, which is going to give you the exact look of what looks to me like the butteriness and richness content about an 18 karat gold look. And these stones are totally worthy to be in 18 karat gold. It's just that we made it more affordable to you. This is only, what are you thinking? Maybe $199? Nope, you would be wrong. And I think that would be actually a good price. I think that would be a price that at any jeweler in the land, if you went to, or any kind of mall jeweler, any run-of-the-mill, whether it be a high-end store or low-end store, if you found it for $100, you did fantastic. We're doing this for $27.99. So for under $30, you're getting what would retail anywhere, I think, for probably minimum $200. If you're lucky, $100. And you're getting it today for under $30. You got 2 budget pays, $14. No credit check, no interest payments. One payment of $14 gets this home today. You're getting that look of gold. You're getting the strength of platinum with that stainless steel. Hypoallergenic, antimicrobial. It's not going to irritate the skin if you're one of those, or if you're gifting this to somebody. And think about giving this as a gift. You've got 80 points of Sleeping Beauty turquoise. The specific gravity on turquoise gives you a lot of real estate cover though. So think of it like opal. Opal, not a very dense gemstone, so you do get a lot of bang for your buck in terms of the carat weight. So this shows more like, to me, about 1.5 carats. But you're getting, it's 80 points. But look at those. These are not itty bitty teeny tiny specks. We're talking about good size rounds too. Typically you're going to see it in the cabochon form. But rounds, one of the most desirable shapes to get jewelry in, period, because of the symmetry and, of course, the beauty. But this is fantastic. It fits very comfortable. Now, this one's a little too small for my finger, but I can feel how comfortable this just glides on and glides off. Almost not quite a comfort fit, because it doesn't have this sort of, but it's going to fit very comfortable on the finger. That much I can tell. It's very smooth, and it's not going to go anywhere. So you do want to get this in your size. So here's where the problem comes in. We do have this, and this would make a great gents ring. We have it in a size 10 and a 9. Guys, if you want to get in, we obviously got the size, this is a 6, I think, or
No,
this is a 7.
No,
but
it's a 6.
Okay, this is the 6, yeah.
Yeah, that's the
So I can't even put this on, but I would totally rock this as a pinky ring, and I could, because I wear a size 12 in my ring finger. Guys, ladies, think about getting your gentleman the 10. You could expedite the shipping and get it in time for Valentine's Day.
And then with that budget
Maybe.
pay of $14, or I like to say 2 coffees.
2 coffees.
It's a 2 coffee deal.
It's a 2 coffee budget. That's a good way of looking at it. Wait, where do you get coffee?
$6 coffees if you're.
I was about to say most coffee places now, those highfalutin ones, there's a lot more
Yeah.
expensive than that.
Well,
But yeah, so for the price essentially of 2 coffees, that's fair.
yeah.
You get
Or a coffee and a muffin.
coffee and a muffin, which is just a little bit of guilt and a little bit of pick me up. Or you could have this for a lifetime. If properly cared for, this is something you could pass down. And the good Lord's not making any new Sleeping Beauty turquoise.
No.
They're just not. No pockets, significant pockets of this type of material, the Sleeping Beauty, robin's egg blue, pristine, non-matrix, non-veined material have been found. Nothing significant, doesn't seem to be anything on the horizon. So, ladies and gentlemen, what you have here is an opportunity. Now, I do want to point this out. We've got this in a size 6 through 10. So, guys, I got to tell you, the 10, or ladies, if you have a larger finger that you want, maybe you want to wear it on the middle finger, whatever it may be, the 10 is probably going to be the one we have the least of.
We actually have 2 pieces.
So we have 2 in the 10.
Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong ring. I'm
Alright.
looking at the next ring. Size 10.
We've got 4. I'm seeing that too. And other than that, we've got 12 in the size 9.
Yeah.
So the size 9, the bookends typically tend to be the ones that we order less of, because the average ladies' ring size is about an 8 or a 7. So probably have those in more of abundance, but we don't have a lot altogether. I think we've only got 82 of these.
Yeah.
Okay, so take advantage of this while you can get Sleeping Beauty. And look, you might ask yourself, well, what about the Sleeping Beauty? I've never seen it. Yeah, you've probably never seen it because of the rarity and the scarcity of it. You're not going to see it at a lot of mall jewelers these days. You'll see some dyed howlite. You'll see some plastics that'll be robin's egg blue and quite lovely, but they're not the real deal. You have an opportunity to get the real deal. Also, I do want to note, and this is sold 104.
Yes, we're on 104.
Also, I do want to note, we do have this in a sort of a stainless steel, which is going to give you a look of platinum. I want to click on that for a moment if we could. Oh, those are nearly sold out.
Yeah.
We've got a 7 and an 8 available in the exact same. I say go for the gold, but if you want it in sort of a white gold look or sort of a platinum look, we do have it available in the white stainless steel. But this is going to give you that ionized gold plating, which is going to last a very, very long time. It looks like the genuine deal in terms of gold, and the strength of it is much more strong than gold. So for that reason, I will say, if you're thinking about giving this as a gift, I would encourage you, perhaps, if you're not sure, if you're a little bit up on the fence, like I'm not sure if she needs a size 7 or an 8 or a 9 or a 10 or whatever, might want to get them all. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee policy. That way you insure, because stainless steel won't budge and move. It's not going to be something, it's not a very malleable metal, but it is hypoallergenic, it is, antimicrobial, all those good things. So I would encourage you, maybe if you think if you're just on the fence at all whatsoever, maybe get 2 that are kind of in that range, and then the other one, I would say gift it or put it away in a safety deposit box, because you're talking about the rarity of this material. I would really, and then shop around, see if you can find Sleeping Beauty in any mall jeweler. Chances are that's going to be to use a Russian niet. That means no in Russian.
All right.
Or no, which means no in Spanish, English, and many other languages. So chances are you're not going to be able to find it. You can find it right now and you can get it for less than $30. That's sold 104. Fantastic opportunity with that. Love it.
This next one's one of my favorites.
Okay.
It's behind you. It's one of the largest rings behind you.
Blush.
No. Look at
Larimar.
the
Largest.
longer.
That is an understatement. You like cocktail rings? Okay, so not sure the year. I want to say it was in the early 60s, but a gentleman was walking on the beach in Dominican Republic. He stumbles upon a very beautiful, almost like what best be described, maybe like a sky blue, turquoise looking.
Ocean.
Yeah, ocean, hence Mar. It's called Larimar. He had a daughter named Larissa who he named it after. And Mar meaning beach. So it does have that beautiful sky blue beach, ocean, light, hazy blue look. It is one of the most beautiful gemstones. It is a one source gemstone. It is becoming more and more rare because there is only one place on earth where this can be found. In the Dominican Republic. They found no significant deposits anywhere else, gem quality. This is a whole lot of that, and it is beautiful. Not all rare gemstones and one source gemstones are always beautiful. This is dreamscape beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous, and what we've done with this is spectacular. Talk about a cocktail ring to end all cocktail rings. You'll never need to have, well, I don't want to say that because we sell a lot of cocktail rings here. You'll never need to own another one. No, you will need to, but this is definitely one you want for your collection. Folks, this is 11 karat 40. That's just on this center stone trillion cabochon.
Yeah.
Okay? 11 karat 40. So it is massive. But this is not, I don't, cocktail rings can be sort of ostentatious, and this one definitely will get noticed. It will, but it's got a softness. It's very demure. Considering the size,
Like I said, that's a big.
It's definitely, yeah. It will. Yeah, I don't want to say.
shocked.
Yeah, this is not for the faint of heart. Let me be honest, 100%. You will get noticed, but what better ring to get noticed with? You're getting this beautiful, soft sky blue and cloudy, a little bit of white sort of peppered in there. It is absolutely gorgeous. Then you've got all these wonderfully matched, mated, all calibrated to be cabochon pear shapes surrounding it. And as if that wasn't enough, so you're going to get 10 karat 40 just in the Larimar surrounding it. As if that wasn't enough, oh, well, our designers peppered in some really beautiful Orissa rhodolite garnets, giving you that rich, sort of almost a blush, something that in theory, I wouldn't think, if you were telling me about this ring, I'd say, I don't know if that works. It works, and it works in fantastic fashion. So you've got these just peppered in between here, staggered in between these pear shapes, meticulously, by the way. You've got sort of a ocean, of that Larimar in the second halo. And we'll get to this first halo. That's going to be probably moissanite or zircon, white zircon in the second halo, giving you that look of diamond. So all genuine gemstones, all natural gemstones here on your Larimar, your white zircon, maybe a little bit of heat treatment just to clean them up a little bit, but that's going to be all natural gemstone. And then another all natural halo, and then the third halo staggered in between these rich Orissa rhodolite garnet, top gem quality in terms of color saturation on those. They almost look like small pigeon blood rubies. This is fantastic.
All
this
set in sterling silver.
And it's all going to be in sterling silver. This is spectacular. Again, I said earlier, any blue gemstone, white gold, sterling silver, platinum, gives you a nice contrast. It's perfect to go with that. And this one is going to be less than $300. It's $127. I think if we had this at $199, we probably do as our everyday price. We probably sold it at that before. I'm seeing that this one, I don't think. Okay, so we've got 11 reviews, which is a lot because this material is not in abundance. That tells me that this was probably either just came in or because we've got it now in the sizes. So we probably did a reorder on it, which means probably not that much because, quite frankly, from what I'm being told, they're not mining a lot of this. They're having to go deeper into the mountains of Dominican Republic to get this material. It's not in a lot of the mines that they were having. They were closer to the ocean. So they've had to go deeper and deeper. And Dominican Republic, it's not that big, right? And so to get this for $127, we got it in sizes, though, that are going to be from 6 to 10. I don't know that we have a ton of them, and I suspect we don't. We've got 9, but we don't have any of them sold out. So that tells me this has not gotten a TV showing yet. If it gets a TV showing, those 9 will be gone.
Yeah, see the pear shape, there's only one size.
Okay.
So they do make it in a pear shape. And then there's an oval shape, also only one size, a size 7 left.
Okay. This has nothing. This has nothing but 5-star reviews. If you guys been on a cruise recently, that's typically the only place where you're going to see Larimar. I mean, you might see it in a really high-end mall jeweler or somewhere like that. But on the cruise ships, you will spend a small fortune for something of this size, with this carat weight, of this quality. And make no mistake, folks, because we're giving it to you for $127.99. The quality, the craftsmanship, the design work, oh my Lord, it's all there. You're not paying the premium. That's the only difference. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we sell to a lot of those. You know, our parent company, second largest manufacturer of jewelry in the world, roughly. So it wouldn't surprise me one bit if we sell this exact ring to a cruise ship who then turns around and sells it for close to $900, $1,100. What do we have this? We've got this at $1,049. That's about spot on. I think that's about the median of what I just said, right?
Yeah, I think in the DR, I think I've seen something not even 30 carats for close to $300, $400.
Okay, in the DR though,
In the
Dominican
DR.
Republic, yeah. I mean, it's spectacular. $127. We got 11 reviews on these from a past order, perhaps from. We do have in a pear shape. That's going to be a little bit more expensive. A little bit. We've only got like 1 or 2 of those, I think, remaining.
The pear shape. We'll see. The oval we only have a size 7.
We have an oval, and it's in a size 7.
Pear is only in the size 8.
The pear is in a size 8.
So that's
Okay.
it.
So you've got an opportunity here. I encourage you to take it. And this one's, I think, less than the few that we have in the pear and the oval. But
Yeah.
a trillion to me, trillion gets it done.
Gorgeous.
It's beautiful. The symmetry of it, it's spectacular. I'm a huge trillion fan. Anytime I see anything in trillion, it's one of my top 3 favorite cuts. I gotta say round's probably my favorite, followed by maybe Asher. But the trillion, it's one of the most beautiful ways to display a gemstone. Another cool thing about this is because of the nature of it, basically a clefless heart. You could wear it with the point facing up, or wear it with the point facing up, or facing down, which I just did it backwards, but you get the picture.
Whatever your preference is.
Yeah, whatever your prerogative, but I like a little bit of versatility. You just kind of switch it up. I'm sure there's different meanings behind one, but one thing will be certain, this, and I've got a huge hands, this is going to be that noticeable, fun cocktail ring to end all cocktail rings. It's just beautiful. Relatively low profile considering the amount of carat weight you're getting, but it does have a little bit of a profile there. So it's definitely going to stand out, and it's definitely going to be beautiful. and the quality of the stones is excellent. And then, I mean, I love how they mixed it up with the halo, both of this zircon, and then the secondary, and then the third, which is oh so subtle, but does give it an extra pop, like sort of a really nice crescendo going on the exterior. It's fantastic. This design work, a nice birdcage under gallery there, finished under in the bottom there. Got nice filigree work going on there, so it's going to slide on and off the finger very comfortably. It's going to be smooth, and again, all in precious metal. This was sold 105. There's 9 of them. We're less than 10 of these, and folks, to get this anywhere under, I think 300, 500 is a blessing.
Yeah.
Got a real opportunity there. You heard what Jen just said. Even in the Dominican Republic, to get something like 30 carats, which you're getting here, at least $300. So that's from the source, basically. And you're getting it from the source in terms of design work. Oof, that is stellar. Now, if you get that, I must strongly encourage you, and I'm going to kind of show these in conjunction with one another. I must strongly encourage, not insist, but strongly encourage you to get the pendant. Again, this is material you will not find in abundance. Larimar is not a widely abundant material. It is one source. Now, this is going to be a nice oval shape. It's going to be about 10, 11 carats, 16 by 12 millimeter. So you got a decent size here, sort of a cocktail pendant, if you will, but not too ostentatious. Again, this is going to be just sort of an ideal size here. And what they did was they threw in, oh, these have... We've got diamonds in this?
White diamonds and champagne diamonds.
Stop. Okay. So if you get this just for the mounting, which will be in sterling silver, bathed in platinum, then you got a good deal at $127.99. So for the same price that we're doing the ring, get the matching pendant. Now, this is going to have genuine diamonds. You see that? Champagne diamonds. There's for Instagram and Facebook. How much do you get? 24 total champagne diamonds, about 14, 15 points in your champagne here. Nice rich cognac color too. And then, so 14 points altogether. I love what they did with the bezel setting here. Gonna keep those nice and protected.
For the white diamonds.
For the white diamonds here, yeah. Yeah, nice, this is typical style bail there. But you got the bezel set, which kind of breaks up the monotony of just a normal traditional halo. Gives it kind of a scalloped edge in a way, which is really, really beautiful. The undergallery, let's take a look at that. You got a sort of a finished undergallery there. So this is going to lay nice and smooth on the chest. You've got a relatively large cabochon there, so that's going to have a nice sort of profile as well. It will go beautifully with that ring. The material, that matches up quite nicely, so it looks like they're all cut from the same rough. Again, it's all from the same source. This is a one source gemstone, Larimar, named after the gentleman who founded it.
Now the chain comes with it.
Oh, well then.
20-inch chain.
Okay, so you're getting a 20-inch chain. Now that chain is, no, I'm not seeing it. This is a sterling silver chain.
Yeah. The whole thing.
$127.99. You could probably pay at least $69 just for that chain, on up to $100. So the fact you're getting genuine diamonds, and the chain's coming with, that's going to be a 20-inch chain. So this works. Guys don't typically wear a lot of pins. This could work for a gentleman too. If you want, you got the cognac diamonds. You got a really pretty pendant. 20-inch. It's going to accommodate a lot of dudes. I got a 17-inch neck, so I'm constantly looking for pendants that work for me. I typically might wear a cross pendant or something like that, but I would rock this. This is very, very beautiful. But the stone, gorgeous, one source, and that blue hue is just it's to die for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. You just see, it just see these little ripples of this sky blue in there. Sort of a marshmallowy,
cool.
Bluish, and
what I like to say is little waves. You know,
yeah.
Sometimes when you're looking out in the ocean, and you got those white crests.
Yeah, that's what it does look like. I want them to see this again. Look at how beautiful. Larimar. $127. Look, you have a $26 or $25, $25.60. So $26 budget pay on this. Get it home. See if you love it. You got a 30-day money-back guarantee policy. You're gonna love it. But that is an opportunity. That is sold 106. If you just joined us, get that with the cocktail ring, $127.99. I think $127.99 for the matching ring there, and because I don't know that you're going to be able to find Larimar out there in the wild, as I call it, in the brick and mortar typical mall jeweler. It's just that rare and something you don't see unless you're typically on a cruise ship in the Caribbean or the Bahamas or something. But that's an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you take advantage of it. Again, we're pretty limited on that. I've got to imagine.
I got 50 pieces.
Okay, so we got 50 on here. This would, okay. Well,
So
now I'm
that's
going to
great.
encourage you to get one as a gift.
Yeah.
If you have a friend who's a gem collector, one that they may have a difficult time finding out there is the Larimar. We've got 50 of these. That's another huge opportunity. So now I'm going to encourage you not only to get it for yourself, but to maybe get a couple of them if you can afford it. With a budget pay at $25, $26, you can get 2 of them, keep it under $60 probably, depending on your taxes in your state. And
Someone
whatnot.
from TikTok is requesting to see the ring with the blue stone again.
So would that be the
It depends
zircon?
on which one. We've got 2 blue stones.
So what's our friend's name from TikTok?
It just says users 7987.
Okay, so user 7978. I'm just going to show you the 2 blue that we've shown you. This was sold 103. This is that amazing zircon that is like to die for. That's nearly 3 carats on the center stone. Drop dead gorgeous, and I'll give you a quick flash over there. And then this, I'm gonna flash the zircon over to Facebook and Instagram. And there is the large Larimar that we just showed you as well. That was sold 105. So engagement ring sort of style, just beautiful Art Deco on the zircon, nearly 3 carats on the center stone, and about 10 points on the white diamonds. And this one, 30 carats roughly on that huge center stone, about 20 carats or so forth, something like that. About 20 carats on your initial stone, and then another 9 or so in the surrounding, or 10 or so in the surrounding white zircon, Orissa rhodolite garnet, and the Larimar pear shapes. So I hope that got it for you. And if this was the one, this was again that zircon. I'm gonna try to hold it as still as possible, but when we're talking about the camera, the slightest shake. That is quad A, best of the best. Probably my favorite ring in the world right now. Not just of the show, in the world. That is, to me,
Yeah.
it doesn't get any finer than that. That was in 14 karat white gold, the white zircon. Whew. So they're both beautiful, $127 and $599 respectively. Okay.
And then Poe
And
Eternal.
I hope that took care of you there.
Saying hi to us.
From who?
Poe Eternal.
Poe Eternal. That's interesting.
Saying hi.
Hello, Poe Eternal. Thank you for watching. Lots of goodies to come. How are we doing on time?
We're
About
good.
halfway through.
We're about halfway through.
Yeah.
So if we want to go back through and
Reset a little bit.
reset up, introduce ourselves again, and explain how to shop.
Okay, so my name is Chris. I'm with the lovely Jen. She's producing today, doing a great job, and we are the live stream. We're doing a very special live stream today, but most of you probably stumbled upon us because you get alerts. I encourage you to set that alert to so that you get future alerts, because we typically don't do this hour. We're just trying something a little different, and we have a lot of amazing items that we wanted to bring to you today. And the way it works, though, if you see something you love, I'll start with TikTok. If you're watching on TikTok, the way it works with you, there will be a link above me, kind of a link in the bio.
Yes, if they.
I'm gonna let you explain this, Jen.
If they click on our name above, that goes to our bio. In there's a link tree.
Drop down menu.
In the link tree, it says shop. It will give you a bunch of options. One of them will say live streaming. Just go there, and you can look at all the options that we're selling tonight.
Right, and you can kind of go through a little list of options.
And then you can also watch past shows.
Oh yeah, you can also watch past shows. You have me or your favorite hosts or whoever that we've had do these. I think they go back as far as almost maybe
From the very beginning, I think.
from the very beginning, warts and all.
Works
So,
well.
yeah.
And of course, if you're on TikTok and Instagram or Facebook, just comment. Write in the comment
There's a
section
comment section.
sold, and then the number that we're selling.
Right. For example, right now we were just on this pendant, which is sold. This is the Larimar pendant, which is sold $106. That's under $130, ladies and gentlemen. So sold $106. Obviously, the ring before that was $105. the one we're getting to next will be 107, presumably. Sometimes they're a little mixed up, but I'll give you that sold 10 whatever number, and you can see it usually in the side list, which is available to you. Now, folks, if you're from, I don't know.
Before we go on to the next stone, did you want to talk about this stone?
Let's talk a little bit about it. Tourmaline, most of you have heard of tourmaline, maybe. Probably heard the name Pottiva tourmaline. But tourmaline is one of those gemstones. It comes in a wide array of colors, probably the most in terms of color hues, different hues. They say roughly 30,000, more than any other gemstone. But it's a very durable gemstone, and it's for gemstone collectors, tourmaline is probably, I'd say, it's going to be in the top 3 of most gemologists of their favorite gemstones, because whether we're talking about, because you have so many different colors to choose from, whether we're talking about rubellite tourmaline, which is going to be that sort of ruby almost, it can be a purplish hue, some deeper rich, or we're talking about Pottiva, it could be pool water blue, it's copper bearing tourmaline, it could be in sort of a greener variety, it's just electromagnetic looking yellows, I mean orange, you name it. A lot of them at their finest are going to be very, very beautiful. What we don't see very often is a blush colored tourmaline. A blush, think the cheeks, sparkle in the eye. These are, things that come to mind when we think about blush. Just a nice, almost like Pantone's color of the year in a way, which I think is like was it peach fuzz? Is the Pantone color of the year. Peach fuzz, so you're thinking like almost like a pinkish, orangey, light pinkish hue. We've got this material. There's very, very limited pockets of it found that are quite in this hue, but this would very much, I would say, this would fall under, for those of you who aren't familiar with Pantone, they come out with the color of the year. Industry-wide, it's probably one of the most widely respected in terms of, like, whatever they say is the color of the year, they've got their finger on the pulse of what is hot at the moment. But I think this color is absolutely going to be hot any year in any century because it's just beautiful. You've got blush tourmaline here. You're getting what to me has the look of a bunch of Podparasha sapphire lumped together, and probably, quite frankly, and look, I'm not a graduate gemologist, but in terms of rarity, I bet it's right up there with the rarity of it because this color is so hard to find out there. It's sort of a pinkish, orangish blush. It's perfect, and you've got a big cluster of them, but this is not a micropave cluster here. I'm just going to put this on. It's obviously not a gent's ring. I mean, to each their own. Fairly low profile. That's one of my criteria for a gent's ring. But look at the size of that. You're getting a cocktail ring cluster of these blush and sort of orange tourmaline all peppered in there together so beautifully. You've got a nice halo here of surrounding gemstones. I'm assuming that's going to be white zircon surrounding it.
Sorry. I was answering Poe. She was asking what kind of stone would you recommend for a Leo, and so I was answering her back a peridot.
Peridot, yeah, you could go with a spinel as well too. That's a new. Well, Leos aren't always August, but
true.
Yeah. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot see this at any retail location. I haven't seen one at any retail location, quite frankly. But I can't see it going at any retail location for less than probably $1,000. I just can't. This is too large, too beautifully put together. The stones are too amazing. There we go. TikTok and Instagram, Facebook. I hope you guys are getting a good shot of that. Look how beautiful. So all together we've got, there's some moissanite surrounding it, right?
Yeah, you got moissanite surrounding that halo.
I love it. Now, this is a new arrival. The two people who have purchased it have given it 5-star reviews for what it's worth. I know it's not a lot of reviews, but this one is one it will not last. There's a size 6 through 10, probably going to be less than 6 and even lesser in the 10. But we have it at 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is $299. Extraordinarily, extremely rare, extremely beautiful blush tourmaline. You got the multi-gemstones because we did put a surrounding halo of moissanite. Moissanite, lab-created gemstone, not an inexpensive gemstone, more fire, more brilliance, more sparkle, scintillation than a diamond typically. But one of the things I love, and this gives it that really beautiful designer look, is that they put the moissanite, they kind of peppered them in
Yeah, you're right.
here and along there. It gives the look of a very, very high, this screams designer, luxury designer ring. It's absolutely beautiful. And again, we're not talking micro pave on the tourmaline. You've got a really, really good size amount of them in that sort of like a golden orangey, and then you've got the blush. A lot of that's going to be in the blush that we see there. But all meticulously put together, beautifully, relatively low profile, something that you can wear every day. Of course, tourmaline is going to be about a 7.5 on the Mohs hardness scale, so it's going to be very durable, very strong gemstone. The clarity on these is spectacular. The cutting looks fantastic, and it's just a big, bold, classic cluster style look. You get it in a pear shape, which is, of course, one of the most sensual and beautiful ways, I think, for ladies to display their jewelry. In that one. So cocktail ring for all intents and purposes. You wear it with the point facing up or down, whatever your prerogative is. But one thing is for certain, you will be getting compliments. You will be getting a lot of, oh my gosh, that is lovely. It's a very genteel look, very warm, inviting look. And if I see somebody wearing this, I'm going to be instantly intrigued.
That is vermel rose gold over sterling silver, Poe.
I'm so glad.
She was just asking about that.
I'm so glad you pointed that out, because to me, nothing in this world, in terms of metal, complements a pink gemstone, or in this case, even orange gemstone, quite frankly, or peach colored, better than rose gold. Rose gold, they add a little bit of copper in with the gold, gives it that blush look, blush tourmaline, gives it that sort of, we call it pink gold a lot in the trades, but rose gold overlay on that, you're going to have a minimum of 2.5 microns. Typically, we put a little bit more in there, so it's going to last you a long time. You're going to have it re-dipped next week or next month. You know, it's going to give you a lot of wears out of that, and it's going to give you a very, very expensive look. And look, it's all on top of precious metal. Vermeil, by its very nature, must have a silver underlayment. So your precious metal on top of precious metal, and one of the most beautiful. And the thing about rose gold or pink gold, it looks fantastic with any skin tone, whether you're like me, a little more lighter, you know. My grandmother was a ginger, or if you have a darker skin tone, it looks fantastic no matter what the tone is. So that rose gold is, obviously, it's been wildly popular for years, but it's never been more popular. Obviously, we had a movie came out that was like, you know, a lot of pinks, made it re-energized it. So a lot of jewelers are having a difficult time keeping the rose gold and any pink gemstone, in this case a blush gemstone, in their jewelry repertoire. And I imagine most jewelers aren't going to have this though, because this was such a small pocket of this found. But it's just beautiful. New arrival, and we'll keep it at this price for a minimum of 24 hours. So you have 24 hours.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
There is a matching pendant.
A matching pendant, the perfect accoutrement to go with the ring. I don't know where you're going to find blush tourmaline at the retail level. I just don't. I've never seen it. I've seen pink tourmaline, yes. And that's even rare to see at the retail level. But to get the exact match, these were meant to be together 110%. So we're going to match the price, the pendant. It's going to be, give or take, all things being considered, roughly the same profile in terms of about 3 carat 75, in terms of your blush tourmaline, your multi-gemstone, which are just the added sort of a golden, some light golden, orangey tourmalines, and they're peppered in there with the majority blush tourmaline. And then, of course, you've got that moissanite exterior halo. And you get a lot of bang for your buck with moissanite and all that scintillation, fire, and sparkle. So you're getting the look of VVS diamonds surrounding that, but you're getting the genuine rarity and all that comes with that of the beautiful tourmaline.
Chain comes with it.
Chain comes with, again, all in the rose gold overlay. So you get the vermeil, allowed us to keep it at a minimum price, to keep this under $2,000. But folks, it's way under $1,000 even. This is $299. This will be sold 108 now?
We are in 8, yes.
Sold 108. If you get this and you just joined us, that is the majority of that carat weight, the 3 carat 75, is going to be in your blush tourmaline. You've got some orangey, sort of goldeny that are sort of peppered in there.
And the moissanite.
And then you've got the moissanite. It is classic in terms of the look, in terms of a cluster look. It's well made because you've got the sparkle of what look like VS or VVS or even flawless diamonds, D-color. Moissanite, not an inexpensive gemstone. That is lab created, but it's based on the chemical makeup of a genuine gemstone. I won't go into that just right now, but it's very expensive. This is not your typical, this is not an Austrian crystal or a CZ, for example. Next level in terms of that halo, but it just makes it pop. It gives it the right touch. And this looks like it was done by a very, very high-end, expensive designer. Only difference is it's not going to cost you $7,000 or something like that. But if you get this, you must get the ring. The ring we showed before, that was sold 107. They are the exact profile, give or take, 10 points and what have you. But, I mean, those are meant to be together. It's coming with the chain, too. So you're getting, a rose gold vermeil chain is going to run you easily $100, $129 just for a 20-inch rose gold vermeil chain. You've got a nice finished under gallery there, so nice sort of filigree work behind. It's going to rest nice and comfortably on the chest. I'll kind of hold it up to mine, just kind of give you an idea. Yeah, good to film. So, that's spectacular for $299.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it home.
And these are
budget pays.
Get it home on budget pay. You've got 5 budget pays of $60. $60. And these are both the same price, right? They're both $299. So yeah, for $120, you get the matching ring to go with that beautiful pendant. There's nowhere on planet Earth I think you're going to find the exact match. I mean, you could find something that approximates it. You're never going to find something that's going to match that beautifully. So we've got most of that suite here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you take advantage of this. Again, $120 gets both of them home on budget pay. That's $60 to get the ring, $60 to get the pendant home to you today. You've got 0 interest payments. So consider doing that. If you get one or the other, I can't encourage you strongly enough to get the matching. Just because if they're not drawn in by the pendant, or if they're drawn in by the pendant, then you pull out your hand, oh yeah, and I've got this little thing, the matching ring to go with it, or vice versa. But it's a showstopper. And then, again, when you talk about something this beautiful, so feminine, so soft, and just, but with a loud statement in terms of the size. And again, these are not micro pave. We're talking large stones. Very, very rare and beautiful blush tourmaline. Can't say enough about it. Absolutely gorgeous. Very limited, but a brand new item. So don't let that get a TV show and those will be out of here. We can't keep blush tourmaline in. It's very difficult for us to keep the material in because we don't get a lot of it to begin with. So we're talking a rare collectible stone there. Something you can cherish for generations to come too. It's also your October birthstone, just as a side note. So definitely consider getting that for somebody who has an October birthday. It's not right around the corner, but you never know. You can wear it until their birthday comes up.
We're going to move on to some pearls.
All right. So let's talk about pearls. Well, pearls, once upon a time, they were before we figured out the culturing process and how to do that, Mikimoto in the early 20th century. They were once only prohibited for kings, queens, and nobility. Since the culturing process has been figured out, they are still very difficult. And one of the most expensive, and still very expensive, quite frankly, but it's made, with freshwater pearls and things like that, it's made a lot more affordable. What this is not freshwater. What this is one of the rarest and most expensive pearls in the world. So there's a black, not a mussel, but a black crustacean that they'll plant a little seed pearl into. I just lost a little magnet. Just love live. I'll find it later. I have these little collar stays. But I digress. South Australia, Indonesia, Polynesia, you've got an area where that particular crustacean thrives. They lose a lot of these because they're not done overnight. So the culturing process still relatively difficult to do, especially when we're talking about on the seas, when you got hurricanes and just natural predators and things like that. Folks, The Tahitian pearl is one of the most prized and most expensive. Between that and a South Sea pearl, you get into thousands of dollars for single pearls easily when you're talking about good quality. So you've got this almost like this metallic gunmetal, but you've got a nice luster on it. That's caused by the nacre that surrounds it. And what it does is once you nucleate the oyster, essentially it creates an irritant, which then builds this nacre surrounding it, if you're lucky. And that ultimately ends up, layer upon layer of that irritant ends up creating what can be, if you're lucky and if you're very skilled at what you do, one of the most beautiful, organic, and natural gemstones in the world. Technically but you understand what I'm saying. This is one of those. This could easily go for $1,000. If you're lucky, maybe $300. But today we are getting this beautiful Tahitian pearl with mirror-like luster and finish. We're getting that to you for under $100. $87.99. We've got white zircons flanking either side of it. You've got a beautiful bypass style ring. You don't really need a lot of accoutrement to go along with when you have such a statement pearl here. Again, organic gemstones, which means it's just coming from a living organism. This is the leader in the clubhouse. And among pearls, the pearl is. Among pearls, the Tahitian pearl, probably alongside the South Sea pearl, probably the leader in the clubhouse in terms of expense, in terms of rarity, and very difficult to find out at the retail level. This is not a faux pearl. This is not an amalgamation of shell pearl. This is the real deal. It's a beautiful opportunity. It's going to all be in sterling silver. We've put it in sterling silver to make it a little bit more affordable for you. But make no mistake, whether it's in silver or platinum, you're looking at something that would easily be $500 plus anywhere else except for here. We've got it available to you in sizes 5 through 11. The pearl itself is absolutely beautiful. Very little in terms of any kind of nicks or any kind of divots on there. You've got a really beautiful opportunity. Now, the good news is if you get it home for whatever reason, and take good care of it, because pearls, again, organic gemstone, you want to make sure that this is very well protected. I would probably keep your pearls in a box by themselves within the jewelry box, or make sure that you're not going to have anything because you don't want anything scratching it up. But get this home. You've got 30 days to make up your mind. If for whatever reason you get it and you're not in love with it, send it back. I think you're going to be more than happy, especially once you shop around and see what Tahitian pearls go for. Now, 5 points, that's going to be in your white zircon. So that's sort of side note there. But I do like the fact that they added just a little
accent
and just a little touch. You met my friend here. That's Patricia. She's probably here for one of the girls' shows that do the jackets and things like that. Now, I love the bypass too. Producer Jen and I were just talking about bypass style. There's nothing more lovely, I think, and more fashion forward than a nice bypass style. It's ever so subtle. So if you're not a huge fan, it's not like the most noticeable thing, but it is just a gentle touch. You've got almost sort of a yin and yang type mounting here. But obviously the headline is going to be this. Now I'm just wearing, this is obviously not a gent's ring or anything, but just to give you an idea of scale and side profile here. This is going to be sold 109. Just spectacular. If you don't own pearls, let's get with the program. Pearls should be in every jewelry lover's jewelry box, jewelry collection. It should be a cornerstone. But among pearls, it doesn't get much finer than Tahitian pearls. You've got this silvery. This is going to go great with anything you have in platinum, great with any silver. You've got Bali legacy pieces that you bought maybe from here or elsewhere for way too much money. This is going to go fantastically with those. You've got that silvery finish, and again, excellent luster on this one, a beautiful mirror-like finish. It doesn't get any better than this. At my former job, I worked with a gentleman who's one of the premier providers of a lot of these South Sea pearls and a lot of the Tahitian pearls and Akoya pearls, and well, he had fantastic deals, and we would sell something like very comparable to this, and I'm not ashamed that we did it. Because they are so valuable. But we would sell something very comparable to this, I'd say for probably, and we had great prices at this network, so I'm not knocking them, probably around $199. That was a great price. So again, I'm not ashamed that we did it, because that's about the going rate for something like this if you're in the lower end side in terms of price. But to get it for under 100, that is impossible. So take advantage of this while you can. $22 on your budget pay. That's an opportunity right there for you not to pay any interest. You're not going to get credit checks, and you get $22 gets it home. You have 3 payments of less than $1 a day.
Yep.
For the remaining 3 months. That makes this a doable proposition. But if you get this, which is going to be sold $109, I'm going to highly encourage you to get these, the matching earrings. Here we have nice drops here. I mean, slightly oval. I'll call it a roval, so you're going to go beautifully with that ring that you just got. Now these are going to be sold $110 presumably.
Yes, as soon as it comes up.
But they match. Again, the sorting process is very, very difficult when it comes to Tahitian pearls, or pearls in general, right? Well, but these beautifully matched. This, again, if we're talking, I mean, typically, you can't find a Tahitian pearl for less than $1,000 a pearl. You're looking at minimum $2,000, something like that, at your, I'd say run-of-the-mill mall jeweler or something like that. Especially when we're talking about this kind of quality. Again, you're getting fantastic luster. Look at the nacre on that. Fantastic luster, mirror-like finish, which is exactly what you want in a pearl. But you're getting that deep, rich, silver tone, and you've even got a beautiful mounting. I mean, look at these. Perfect Valentine's. Hello, heart right there. It's ever so subtle, but you've got this heart with this laser cutting surrounding it, giving all that texture. You've got fleur-de-lis on either side of that. Then you've got this sort of diamond shaped with the round mounted in there, and that's going to be presumably a white zircon as well. So you've got these 2 zircons, a larger up here and then a smaller here. Then you've got all this articulation with this buckle style design here, so that those pearls can sort of dangle on the ear. What am I doing holding this? You should get them together. That's the point.
That's
but let's keep our eye on the prize here.
Right.
Folks, these, how in the world are we doing this for $69.99? I don't get it. I don't care. These are genuine Tahitian pearls. I'm going to say might be the best deal of the show, and we've had some phenomenal deals. Just to give you an idea of scale there, you're going to be a lot more beautiful than I am, but you get the picture. All right, just to give you an idea. These are $69.99. That's impossible. Impossible. I don't accept that.
Less than $20.
All right, so if you own an that one got to get turned around here, so you can always flip them around there. There we go. So you're going to have nice articulation there too. Boom, boom. If you own an online store, get these and sell them. You probably double your money easily. $17.50 on budget pay. Less than $20 gets these home. We've only got one review. It's a 5-star, so for what it's worth. 25 points on your white zircon. All genuine gemstones. One of the leaders in the clubhouse, the leader in the clubhouse in terms of organic gemstone with the pearl, and one of the leaders in the clubhouse, if not the leader in the clubhouse, with the Tahitian, the very rare and exceptional Tahitian pearl. They can cost a fortune. Again, $1,000 a pearl is not uncommon when we're talking about Tahitian pearls. These take months, if not years, to create using the mollusk. They use the black mollusk in a very, very limited part of the world too. Just spectacular. We're not talking about even freshwater. We're certainly not talking about plastics or shell amalgamations. We're talking about the real deal. Don't miss this. $69.99 is impossible. How many do we have? Because I'm going to buy a couple of these.
Let's see. 70.
70 of them.
We have plenty.
Go. Get them as gifts. If you don't own pearls, you must. If you're a June baby like me, pearls going to be your birthstones. So if you know anybody who's got a June birthday, or anybody, look, I think you dress these down. You definitely wear these with that beautiful black dress, though, for sure. You can dress them down, though, if you want to, at this price. I mean, people are just going to be like, why are you wearing such nice earrings with your Daisy Dukes, with your blue jeans? Like, that's your business. These are extremely classy, extraordinarily beautiful. The luster is second to none. So definitely take advantage of those. $69.99. That's got to be the only reason we're able to do this low. And I got to imagine these probably bump back up to $79, if not $99 on a typical day. We're going to hold the line for 24 hours from this particular live stream. We always do that for you. But we are giving the guaranteed lowest price, whether it's been on air, on television, or here before. I've not seen these before, but man, the design work on here, everything about it. I mean, these are in sterling silver as well, so you got them in precious metal. Just punch and insert backs, typical backs. The only thing I would do, I might get some of our larger backs that we've sold you in the past and put those on here. They've got those little bit of a smaller back. That's the only thing I would say that I would probably do differently if I got these. But the money we're saving you on these, on a set of matching, wow, wow. That's something you don't see every day. They are fantastic. Get them home. Look, 30-day money-back guarantee policy. There's no way you return these. If you think about returning them, I would just a little word of caution. I would say, shop around. Go to every jewelry store in your area and see if you can find them. If you can find Tahitian pearls, see what they're going for. You won't give it a second thought, and you definitely won't return because this is too good to pass up. $69.99. That was sold $109.
No, that was $110.
$110. Excuse me. Sold $110. The ring, the matching ring, $110.
No, $109 for the ring.
$109, $110 for the earrings. Sorry about that.
Got it backwards.
I get so excited.
All right.
Whoa. If you get one, absolutely get the other. I think this was $89.99 for the ring.
Yep.
Spectacular. All right.
So we gotta keep moving on.
So from what should be a cornerstone in every jewelry collection, we are going to shift gears a little bit and talk to you again about
luxury.
Oh, we might need to speak. We got 30 minutes left.
Yeah, we only got 30 minutes left.
Okay.
We're only at 11 pieces.
Okay. Talk about okay. Now, when you think cocktail ring, you think, oh yeah, like a citrine, like an amethyst ring, right? Or like a big white quartz, or maybe this big beautiful Larimar. But what you don't think is a cocktail ring with a genuine ruby, huh? Well, then you say to yourself, okay, well, if I'm doing a cocktail ring with a genuine ruby, it's going to cost me a fortune, and it would anywhere else. You've got a huge cushion-cut pigeon blood red ruby cushion here, nearly 12 carats. The fissure filling process, they'll fill small fissures with a little heated glass or lead. It gives you a very expensive look while maintaining genuine corundum mined from the earth. So understand, this is not a lab-created stone. Most of your gemstones, 95% plus, will be heat-treated or treated in some form or fashion. So you're getting a massive ruby. A ruby, which is probably the all-time leader in terms of price per carat. So something like this could easily, and I've sold very expensive rubies that look, well, not as good as this, quite frankly, for tens of thousands of dollars, quite frankly, because they are so expensive per carat. It's the gemstone of kings and queens. It's the king of gemstones, they call it. Probably the most popular, between this and blue sapphire, both corundum, both 9 on the Mohs hardness scale, probably the 2 most popular stones of all time. The 2 highest selling stones of all time. That doesn't take away from the rarity, the beauty. Oh my gosh. Folks, this is in solid gold. 10 carats. This is from our Luxuro collection. You will get one of these cards here. You're getting a AAA quality in terms of that color. It is spectacular. This is textbook exactly the color that you want to get. The exact color and hue that people pay tens of thousands of dollars per carat for. This is less than $500. This just arrived. Again, we're putting it not in vermeil, not in ionized or even in gold tone. This is going to come in 10 karat yellow gold. The mounting alone, easily a $300 value. You're getting all of it, including these beautiful trillion sort of shield cuts, sort of tapering up to this massive, nearly 12 karat. You're getting all of it for $447. That is spectacular. Nice box style mounting, relatively low profile considering that massive ruby that's supporting in the middle. Genuine, mined from the earth. I don't know anywhere on planet Earth that you can get a 12 karat genuine ruby for under several thousand of dollars, quite frankly. You're getting it all today. You don't need anything else. This is the ruby ring to end all ruby rings, ladies and gentlemen. And it's in gold. In solid gold. We've got this in half sizes. It just arrived. We've already sold like 5 of them.
It's rare that we have half sizes.
Yeah, it is rare that we have it in half size. So we have it in a 5, 5.5. Let's just call it 5 up to 12. And half sizes in between all of those. So we haven't shown this on television yet. So you're getting first crack at it. I got to imagine it'll probably go for around $5.99, maybe $4.99 if we're lucky. Today you can get it for $447. Guaranteed to be the lowest price, and that is phenomenal. We're going to hold that price for the next 24 hours. Look at the color on that TikTok, and here goes for everyone else. I'm going to kind of put this behind so it doesn't try to focus on my face. Friends, if in fact for $47.99 is a little bit out of the budget, I get it. That's why we have budget paid for you. That's going to be 0 credit check, 0 interest. So you can get this today for under $100. That color is sensational. The cutting, fantastic. A cushion cut, wildly popular. And of course, in solid gold too. So again, we're getting AAA quality here in terms of that color saturation, in terms of that color hue. That is exactly what you want in a ruby. Exactly. 12 karat 30 in total on a gorgeous ruby cocktail ring. If you have a July birthday,
babies. Yeah, our July birthdays.
Jinx! We just thought of it at the same time. I was like,
I did that earlier with Courtney.
Oh yeah, great minds think alike.
I know.
It's fantastic. So you're getting a genuine Nyassa ruby, AAA quality, 11 karat, almost borderline 12 karat ruby, cocktail ring. Ruby and cocktail ring are rarely said in the same breath. Yeah. This is that. It's spectacular. It's not ostentatious though. It's just strong. Look, this is that CEO ring. This is that you walk in the room, you own the room ring. If I see a woman with this, to be honest with you, I'm a little bit intimidated. But I'm gonna try to talk to her because this I'm like, but I'm gonna get a little bit flustered. I'm getting a little bit flustered just looking at him. I'm blushing a little bit because yeah, it's powerful. A ruby is powerful.
Okay.
This is so strong, ladies and gentlemen.
It'll go with either the Chiefs outfit or the 49ers outfit.
Chiefs are 40. Oh yeah. Oh.
They're both red teams.
Well, they're not gonna be able to get it by the morning. Gotta expedite. Expedite it. Yeah, get this in time for that Super Bowl cocktail. Get it in time for Super Bowl next year. Get it in time for July birthdays, though. Expedited shipping. You never know. We might could work it out. Call the personal shopper, 877-899-0490. But don't miss this one, folks. If you're a lover of rubies, you absolutely can't miss this. You're going to get that $10,000, quite frankly, for this size ruby, $80,000 look. I love the fact that they put these accenting rubies on either side. The trillion cuts. It's well put together. It's elegantly simplistic and sort of an Art Deco, very symmetrical style design. So that's never going to go out of style. That will always be in vogue. So you get classic, but meets cocktail ring ruby. Genuine mine from the earth. Look, we couldn't. If you go out into the retail world, you're lucky if you can find a ruby half this size, lab created, for this price. We're giving you a genuine mine from the earth ruby for less than $500. That is a spectacular opportunity. Please don't miss it. If you love rubies, if you don't love it, then I know this is falling on deaf ears, but if you love rubies and you love the top end quality, again, AAA in terms of that color, saturation, and hue, you're going to get the card that's going to come with it, all in 10 karat gold. You don't want to miss this.
Yeah.
So,
gorgeous.
Doesn't get much better than that.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Like
Excellent
said,
cutting on that
we're
too.
short on time, so we got several pieces that we want to get to.
All right.
So we're going to move on to that multi-tourmaline pendant.
This sort of takes your breath. This is like that zircon that we showed earlier. Just kind of takes your breath away. That's such a great get. All right, so tourmaline. We discussed tourmaline a little bit earlier. This is tourmaline and high fashion at its finest. You have a waterfall style design. It's almost like a waterfall and then just these miraculous And very, very high-end, large-size tourmalines are just trickling down from that waterfall of beautiful, what I'm going to assume are moissanite because of the sparkle and the wow factor on those. Multicolored tourmaline. We've got a gemstone collector's dream. This looks like it came out of the showroom right off of Rodeo Drive, right off of Saks, or not Saks, but Fifth Avenue. You know, kind of that's how good, you know, their marketing and all their campaign, because the two just go together. You think of Saks, you think of Fifth Avenue. This looks like it could very well easily be in a showroom at a Saks or a place of similar, because of the quality, because of the design work. I mean, look at this. You've got these rubelites, you've got these green, almost mint green. Mint green tourmaline. You've got the yellows, you've got some pinks, you've got some sort of golden oranges, all in different cuts and shapes that work together. You've got this pillow, this blanket behind them of beautiful, rich, vibrant moissanite. The contrast could not be more spectacular. I love the fact that they put these up here in the bale, which make it look like there's just like an hourglass that's just dripping out these beautiful stones. And I love how they've sort of congregated. That's the word I was looking for. Took me a second to get there. Use your words, Christopher. So they sort of congregated down here at the bottom, almost like the trickle from an hourglass. Just a beautiful, classic, classy, and cocktail design. It's give you a nice, big, bold look here. So look at that. Look at the size. I'm going to give you a measurement in just a moment. I apologize, I didn't give you a measurement on that Larimar earlier. Larimar, just a quick callback for those of you who were watching. That one's going to be about 1.5 inches from bale to bottom. This one is going to be about 2 inches from the bale, which is encrusted with all these gorgeous and nice size multicolored tourmaline, to the bottom. So this one, 6 carat 60. Majority of that, of course, going to be in those nice size multicolored tourmalines. This is a gemstone collector's dream. This is a person who loves high-end design jewelry. This is your dream. But it's not going to cost you $1,700, $1,800. It's going to be $179. Now, nice finished gallery behind, that sort of nice filigree work. This is all in sterling silver. It's going to be bathed in very expensive platinum. You've got a very large size bale too here. I know we're a little bit crunched for time, but this, look, we've only got 4 reviews on this, but for what it's worth, every single one of those reviews is 5-star. And 5 stars, it's hard to maintain a 5-star rating review, especially when you don't edit those. But folks, this is something spectacular. One of the things I do want to point out, though, that we don't see very often, you've got some nice princess cuts sort of peppered in here as well. So you've got a princess cut here with this sort of orange, golden orange. You've got one that's pink. You do have some rubelites. You do have some pinks. So you've got like a lot of the colors under the rainbow of a very gorgeous October birthstone in that tourmaline. But I love the fact that they made the bale really large. So if you wanted to wear some of your thicker chains with those, maybe you have like a white gold chain perhaps, or a platinum chain, or a silver chain for that matter, if you want to wear some of the Bali design pieces, you do have a rather large bale there, which is going to accommodate a larger chain. And are they getting this chain with it? I don't think. Okay, so the chain we have with it, yeah, I was about to say, because that's just
the chain's just for show.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that chain with but yeah, just for show. Yeah, you do want maybe to have a little.
Nice.
But
if they go on our website, we have tons of silver chains.
Oh yeah, we can get you plenty of chains. I would recommend, I would try maybe think about getting one of those Bali, the Bourbador, the Padian, or the Tulang Naga chains with this, because it will accommodate probably up to. Let me give you a quick measurement and then we'll move on. This was going to be sold $112, folks. It's under $200 at $179. This will accommodate probably up to a 4 millimeter. Yeah, up to 3.5, 4 millimeter. So you can wear your thicker chains with it. So go check that out. Or just get 1.5, a good strong rope chain, white gold rope chain could work good for it, or silver, it doesn't matter. Or even a stainless steel would look fantastic with it, because you do have that look of sort of platinum with that platinum overlay. So fantastic look, fantastic color, fantastic quality, and a very collectible gemstone with that October birthstone tourmaline there, and lots of them.
And of course, we have a matching bangle.
And this actually looked good with our sold 102 that we did as well.
Yeah.
This was the multicolored sapphire ring that we did. I think that would look fantastic with it as well. So think about doing that in conjunction with that, and keep it all under $100 with budget pay. So we have now
just have the bangle. the bangle that you just.
Oh, I just set it down. Yeah.
Right behind you.
I'm in a sea of jewelry just swimming around. It's lovely. It's a beautiful day. All right, so if you get this, I do recommend you get sold 102. This was sold 112, the pendant, and this bracelet
113.
is the bracelet's 113.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
Sorry.
These are perfect. They were meant to be together. You've got here a sort of a fire burst design, just, I mean, a thick row of multicolored tourmalines, large, double row. Now, they're not just thrown in there willy-nilly, just, without a second thought. These are meticulously chosen, sifted through. There is a design, there is a rhyme, there is a reason, and it comes out beautifully. They're so perfectly put together here. You've got a lot, what to me, my takeaway at first glance is a predominantly sort of a blushy takeaway, because you do have a lot of pinks. You've got several rubelites in there as well, but you're also going to have a nice mixture of some goldens. You even have in here sort of a mint green, which almost looks copper bearing. You could probably take that out to a jeweler and have them take a look at it and appraise it. And I wouldn't be surprised if this one on the end here comes back as copper bearing. It's got that electric sort of green look there, but that's just my opinion. And especially right here, I'm seeing what looked to me would be too copper bearing, but nevertheless, folks, what you're getting are very, very high quality stones, and lots of them. These are not itty bitty teeny tiny. This is going to accommodate. We had these available. Here's the good news. We had these available in a 6.5, a 7 1/4, and an 8-inch. I cannot believe we're doing 7 carat 10 of extraordinarily rare and collectible and expensive tourmaline, and we're doing it all for $199. That is, to me, is mind blowing. I can't imagine that will be our everyday price. I gotta imagine we could easily sell this for $399 here, where we bring you the best prices ever.
The price before today was $249.
Okay, that sounds more spot on. Well, $249 is your everyday price. Okay.
Yeah.
Friends, heck, even gents, man, get in on it. We got a size 8. I would rock this. I would tell you, look, bangle bracelet. You don't think gents? Why not? Sure. Because I mean, guys are wearing the tennis bracelets now. Look, but ladies, most assuredly, I'm just showing it to you for scale though. But yeah, I would rock something like this. We have it in a size 8. We have it down to a 6.5. But you've got to get $249 is a great price on this.
Oh yeah.
$249 is a killer price. You've got this sort of button press safety clasp, stays nice and secure. Might have a hard time getting it off. But I mean, so you've got a nice hinge there too, so very expensively done. You even have nice filigree work underneath on the under gallery there. So that's going to make it nice and comfortable on the hand. It felt fantastic on my wrist. This is the 7 1/4, so it was a little bit tighter. But the 8.
If you had the 8.
If I had the 8, I wear about a 7 3/4 to an 8. So an 8 would be perfect for me. If you have a larger wrist, ladies, the 8 should be good for you. But don't miss this. I mean, because I guarantee you there's going to be probably only a few in the 8. And I probably shouldn't have told the guys about it, because I think this works. I mean, you've got a really good, solid look. You've got a multitude of colors, but it's tourmaline. So, I mean, rarely would I say a bangle for the guys, but anyway, yeah, guys, stay away. Ladies, definitely, because I don't want them to take up all the 8s.
Guys, buy it for your ladies.
Get it for your lady, and then
then you can borrow it.
Yeah. Just get her an 8, and if it needs to have a little bit of drape on it, it's sexy too. So, but don't miss this. This is all in precious metal. Look, the hardware alone for $199. This is substantial. This is very, very substantial. But look at that. Look at the colors. All top gem quality too, and not itty bitty teeny tiny. When you think clusters, you usually think smaller, micro pave. No. You're getting rounds, you're getting pear shapes, you're getting ovals, and you're getting a lot of them. Again, this was 7 carat, or 6 and some change. Yeah. So we're gonna move on just because of the constraints of time. Yeah, we've got a lot of amazing stuff to get to. I can't say enough about that. For $199, that's a steal. So steal it from us. And take advantage while you can get it in those larger and smaller sizes too, with 6.5 and 8 and 7.25. All right, so that was sold 112.
113.
That was sold 113. The multi-tourmaline bracelet, great get. Onward and forward, we are moving to one of the prettiest kunzite.
Kunzite, Patroki Kunzite.
Patroki Kunzite is next level. Now, a lot of the stuff out of California, traditionally what we think about kunzite, we think sort of really pale lavender. This is anything but. You're getting rich, robust, gorgeous, deep color, unlike any they'd ever found before on the kunzite. This is top of the line when it comes to kunzite. You're going to get a Luxuro card. Let's see, I've got the wrong. These are kind of shuffled up over here.
Did you mix them all up?
I did. I get all excited and just make a big mess.
I don't think that one came with a card, actually.
Okay, but this is going to be, let's see. Okay, so doesn't matter. What you're getting here is top gem, world-class quality. You're in the top 5 percentile. I'm going to go ahead and say it. This has got to be at least AAA quality on your kunzite, because you won't find much finer out there than this. Kunzite, of course, named after George Frederick Kunz. He was a chief buyer and gemologist at Tiffany Company in the early 20th century. He's responsible for naming a lot of the world's gemstones that we now know. Mainly, kunzite, named after himself. Of course, morganite, moissanite, he gave that name, named after Henry Moissan, and a lot of others. But folks, what you get is one of the most spectacular gemstones from the spodumene family. This is a 3-carat. 65 kunzite. Now kunzite, it does have a larger crystal structure, so it can be seen in a little bit larger, but you won't see it in finer color. This is a big size stone. It is top of the line. Now what they did, they put this with diamonds, but not just any diamonds, because you'll notice that center row there. Do you see that? That center row, pink diamonds, all natural. So you've got rarity with the Patroki kunzite. That makes this extremely rare in terms of kunzite, which is the secret's out on kunzite, folks. People know about it. Years ago, people may have not heard about it. Now, if you're active or involved, or a pretty avid jewelry lover, you're going to know kunzite. The secret's out. It's beautiful. It's very strong, but we've added this natural pink diamond row right here in the center. You've got white diamonds as well. Now, we put this in vermeil, which is going to be 2.5 microns minimum of pink gold, rose gold, over sterling silver. That's going to make it more affordable, because otherwise we're looking at something that's going to be about a $5,000 to $8,000 proposition. It should normally run for around, I'd say anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500. At this level, easily at a retail establishment. You're getting it for $499. For under $500, you're getting top gem, world-class quality kunzite here, worthy to be in platinum, worthy to be in 18-karat rose gold, quite frankly. So you can keep that stone later on you want to put it. You're getting it with diamonds. Now, can we scroll back down to the bottom? We've got a size 7 through 10 available to you. So we've got
10
all right,
pinks.
So 10 pinks, about 8 points of pinks. And then about 12 points in your, 12 plus.
You got 24 altogether. So
24 points on your white diamonds. You got a nice wide band there. Nice basket style mounting, sort of cathedral style though, if you'll see that side profile, how it sort of lifts up. And you're getting it all for under $500. That's wild. You've got a $100 budget pay, but this is best of the best when it comes to kunzite. And look, the mounting alone with natural pink diamonds and all precious metal, that's worth the price of admission. The fact that you're getting that amazing 5-star, really solid, beautiful kunzite, that's a gift. $499. We're gonna move on because we're almost out of time. But wow, that kunzite is to die for. This beautiful, deep, rich. It's the richest of lavender. Lavender tends to be a little softer, but the cutting on it, sensational too. So get it home, folks. You got a 30-day money-back guarantee policy.
Joanne on the web is saying hi.
Hey, Joanne, how are you? Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. I remember Miss Joanne from, I think, last week. She watched a couple shows, and
Okay.
very, very sweet. And so thank you. We appreciate you watching. If you just joined us, Joanne, you missed the best zircon. We might show it in our top 3 if we do one of those today. But
We actually may just go ahead and end with this ring.
with the morganite?
And then so we can have enough time to do your top 3.
Yes. Okay, so not all morganite. Of course, morganite, this was named after the great financier, J.P. Morgan. He's one of the barons of his time, you know. And folks, he actually tasked George Coons with finding him something to name after him. He was one of the big funders of a lot of the excursions that Tiffany and Company went on. Because again, he was a great financier and great lover of gemstones. So after Kunzite was named after him, the story goes that he was a little miffed that Kunzite was not named morganite. He quickly regrouped, and they found this peachy pink variety of the beryl family. Beryl family, of course, being emeralds and aquamarines, your bixbyite, your heliodor, the yellow variety of beryl. But this is one of the most beautiful gemstones. It's probably the number 2 selling colored gemstone for engagement rings, because you get this pink diamond look almost. Very highly refractive, very, very beautiful pink, peachy pink. But we've got, one of the hues you want is a very strong pink. You've got it with this one. I'm going to put this on with a black background so you can really see the contrast here. Look at that. Now, is this the largest morganite? No, but in terms of quality, you're getting top quality. This is going to be in solid 10 karat rose gold. So you're only going to put the best in the best. It's absolutely gorgeous. You're going to have two on either side of these gorgeous baguettes of diamonds.
No, moissanite.
Those are going to be moissanite.
Those are moissanite.
Okay, I was about to say, those look like VS. And so basically, you're going to get the look of D flawless diamonds on either side. I love that they did that. The ring itself is very, very thick. So you're going to get carat 25 altogether. Of course, the majority of that is going to be in that premium grade, premium cut moissanite here. Yeah. So you got a carat 15, and quite frankly, with an 8x6, that shows a lot larger. It's going to show like about a carat and a half. If we're talking in terms of diamonds, it has a very, very large presence on that center stone. But again, the peach, or the pink, the pinker on the morganite is very, very difficult to come by. And this one has sparkle for days. Again, this one's going to be in 10 karat rose gold. It's not going to be in the overlay. This is under $1,000. This is under $500. We're doing it for $499. Now, it's very thick on that band. So just so you know, the gold alone, the mounting for $499. How many grams is this? Can we find that? I know we're in a rush.
I looked. That's what I was looking at.
This has got to be heavy. It is
grams.
substantial. This would make a beautiful engagement ring. It'd make a beautiful just because ring, but that is so
Push
thick.
present.
Yeah, push present. Look, we've got it in half sizes. The only one we don't have, ironically, is a size 7, but we've got a 7.5 and a 6.5. Don't let the half sizes fool you. This is very limited from what I recall earlier.
We're also out of the 8 and the 10.
Okay, we're out of the 8 and 10, but we're not out of the 7.5 and the 8.5. So for what it's worth, we've got it on up to 11. This is gorgeous, and folks, morganite, one of the most beautiful stones there is out there. Of course, like I said, the secret's out on kunzite. It's been out on morganite. Pink beryl, ladies and gentlemen. About an 8 on the Mohs hardness scale. It's going to be something you can wear every single day, and it is absolutely stunning. Folks, I want to thank you so much for watching this very special edition of the live stream today. I want to encourage you to come back and watch with Sean tomorrow. He's going to be on at 10 a.m.
Actually, Courtney's covering.
Okay, Courtney will be on
at 10, and then
at 10.
Sean will join at 2.
And Sean will be on in 2. So go see my buddy Courtney and my buddy Sean, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Central Time, respectively. And thank you so much, everybody, for watching.
And you're actually back 10 a.m. on Tuesday.
I will see you guys at 10 a.m. on Tuesday.
I'm sorry.
Central.
10
10.
10 a.m.
You did say 10.
Oh, I thought I said 2.
No, 10 a.m. on Tuesday. It's your third show today, so
it is. It's my
everybody
third show.
want hats off and round of applause for Jen today. She's putting in the hours, and I really appreciate it when we
now,
talk
why
about
don't you
doing.
show them real quick what your top 3 is before we.
Okay, all right. So if you missed the live stream today, you missed a ton because you missed what to me is the most beautiful blue zircon, nearly 3 carats. This was under $700. This is in 14 karat white gold. You will not find a prettier blue stone ring ever anywhere, hands down. You also missed out on this bracelet, which we just showed, but folks, look at that. That is under $200. That's only going to be for 24 hours. It goes back up to the everyday price of $249. That is multicolored tourmaline, over 6 carats. And you missed out on, where is it? This absolutely spectacular, large, and I mean large, over 11 karat Nysa ruby in solid gold. And folks, that was under $500. So go back, check out the live stream.
Did you show them the Larimar that I liked?
Oh, yes.
'Cause that was my favorite.
This
you can show it. You can show
is
it.
large and in charge. Larimar, the cocktail ring to end all cocktail rings. This was over 30 carats combined. You've even got these really, really nice rhodolite garnets peppering around the edges.
Gorgeous.
That was spectacular. Hey, we had the matching pendant. You might want to get that as well.
Yeah.
So go back and check out the live stream. It should be up and running.
In about 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes. So, till next time, folks, I will see you on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central Time here at the live stream. Cheers.